1. Bible records, 124 miracles, 62a. Miracles are those acts that only God can perform, usually superseding natural laws. Baker's Dictionary of the Bible defines a miracle as an event in the external world brought about by the immediate agency or the simple volition of God. It goes on to add that a miracle occurs to show that the power behind it is not limited to the laws of matter or mind as it interrupts fixed natural laws. So the term supernatural applies quite accurately? B. Miracles are also known as signs and wonders. C. Here we have one of the 124 miracles recorded in the Bible. 2. Miracle 62, Resurrection, the Shunammite's son given, and raised from the dead at Shunem, 2 Kings 4:32-37. A. Elisha raised the widow's son from the dead at Shunem. 2 Kings 4:32-37 New King James Version, NKJV 32 When Elisha came into the house, there was the child, lying dead on his bed. 33 He went in therefore, shut the door behind the two of them, and prayed to the Lord. 34 And he went up and lay on the child, and put his mouth on his mouth, his eyes on his eyes, and his hands on his hands, and he stretched himself out on the child, and the flesh of the child became warm. 35 He returned and walked back and forth in the house, and again went up and stretched himself out on him. Then the child sneezed 7 times, and the child opened his eyes. 36 And he called Gehazi and said, Call this Shunammite woman. So he called her. And when she came in to him, he said, Pick up your son. 37 So she went in, fell at his feet, and bowed to the ground. Then she picked up her son and went out. B. Shunem, meaning, 2 resting places. I. This was a little village in the tribe of Issachar, to the north of Jezreel and south of Mount Gilboa, Joshua 19:18, where the Philistines encamped when they came against Saul, 1 Samuel 28:4, and where Elisha was hospitably entertained by a rich woman of the place. On the sudden death of this woman's son she hastened to Carmel, 20 miles distant across the plain, to tell Elisha, and to bring him with her to Shunem. There, in the prophet's chamber, the dead child lay, and Elisha entering it, shut the door and prayed earnestly, and the boy was restored to life. 2 Kings 4:8-37. This woman afterwards retired during the famine to the low land of the Philistines, and on returning a few years afterwards, found her house and fields in the possession of a stranger. She appealed to the king at Samaria, and had them in a somewhat remarkable manner restored to her. Compare 2 Kings 8:1-6.